Okay, there's a real epidemic going on, and I needed to come out here and just make this short little message to you. If you're watching this, then you're meant to be watching this, and you clicked on it for a reason, so just stay through it all the way. I have two stories that I'm going to share with you. Both are important for different reasons, but they still have the same fundamental meaning that will help enhance how you transform what you are thinking every single day. And listen, I get that we have bad days. I get that people are energy vampires and life can be draining, right? I get that, but I'm here to tell you, you are magic, you have a purpose, and you are here for a reason. So let me start with this. There was a 75-year-old man who was hiking Volkelhat Mountain in South Africa in the Western Cape. It's a private preserve and there's an allotted amount of members. So this gentleman who's 75, he goes to the highest summit on top of this mountain, and he lets his wife know that he's going, and he also lets her know that because of the wind and the vision in front of him, that he's not certain how long it's going to take him to get back home. When he gets to the top of the mountain, he stays there. No one finds him. He doesn't come home. He isn't found. The search party is sent out for him until 3:30 into the morning. The next day, a helicopter search party is out to find him. And thank God for that, because they ended up finding his body with his head between his knees and his hiking walking sticks in his hands. He passed away on the top of that mountain. He passed away on top of the mountain doing something that he loves. He passed away doing something that he loves. What a way to go, right? It's unfortunate that he passed away, but can you imagine having one of the best views in the world, seeing above all of the delusions, where you can have a clear view of everything in front of you? And that's how you end with peace, right? So number one, the key takeaway is do things that make you happy every single day, because you don't know when your last day is going to be. The second story I want to tell you is about this 8-year-old that I met today. And I don't know a lot of 8-year-olds, but this one was pretty profound for a couple reasons. I asked him one simple question. I said, "Are you happy?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm happy." I said, "How do you know that you're happy?" And he said, "I'm always happy. I don't know, I feel good." And I said, "Okay, well, what makes the difference between like when you're not feeling happy?" And he said, "Well, there's fun times and there's boring times." And I said, "Well, what are the fun times?" And he said, "The fun times are when I'm playing football and I'm with my friends." And so he followed up with, "And the boring times are when I'm stuck watching television and I don't have anything to do." And I said, "But you're still happy all the time?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "Even in the boring times?" And without even hesitating, he said, "Yeah, even in the boring times, because I like myself." The epidemic of the lack of self-love that is happening all around here is unbelievable. It starts within. Something triggered you when you were a child at some age, right, where you felt unappreciated, unseen, unloved, unheard, whatever the case may be, where you lost trust in people, where you lost self-respect for yourself, where you felt you had to dim your shine so as not to disrupt everyone else in your family. Or, for that fact, not to disrupt everyone around you as you got older. But that is all bull crap. That's bull crap. You don't need to dim your sparkle. You don't need to dim your shine. You are magic. You are the same stuff that all of this is created from. And God put you here for a reason. The universe is speaking through you in those moments where you feel rejection and you feel a push saying, "This doesn't feel right." Stop saying yes to the things that don't make you feel good. Stop staying in situations that don't make you feel good. Stop staying in them because you're worried about what others are thinking or what others are going to say. It has nothing to do with you, what anyone else has to say about you. You are the most important relationship, right? I'm with me. Hashtag I'm with me. Let's see the self-love. Prove to me that I'm wrong. Because ever since this morning, from the moment that I got up today, from the moment that I went to set, from the moment that I got back, I have been receiving all of these messages from different clients talking about how they don't feel valued enough, how they don't feel validated. And I said, but But don't you validate yourself? It's within, right? How can we forget who we are? Why do we put so much of our self-love in someone else's hands? You're always going to be let down if there's an expectation that someone else can provide love for you that you cannot. That is a false advertisement to yourself, or someone sold you that misleading idea, because that's not the truth, right? At the end of the day, you are with yourself. At the end of your life, you are with yourself. Do things that make you happy. Do things that make you feel good. You need to start building the most important relationship, and that is the one with yourself. Self-love is the only thing. It's the absolute trademark. It's the testament to why you are here. Your purpose is served on the notion that you have love for yourself. No relationship can even work or be real without that validation that you give yourself. It is so fundamental. I'm telling you, this should be taught in schools alongside with math and science and all the important things. You have to start realizing your own potential, and then stop saying yes to things that don't serve you. You have a potential beyond the sky's limit, and yet you're holding yourself back because you don't want to disrupt the pattern of what your family thinking that you should be a certain way, or there should be a specific box or a specific job that you should be doing, or a certain way you should wear your hair, or a certain color your nails should be. That's not your truth. You need to own who you are 100% of the way. And gentlemen, this goes true to you, right? There's a mankind project. We need to raise our men in order to say, like, if something's not serving you purpose, you can walk away from that as well. I'm at an open park, right? And I know there's going to be traffic, but this is another example. The noise comes in and out of our lives. Let it pass. Let it pass. You need to create standards for yourself. You need to hug that child within you that didn't get the attention that it so needed growing up. You have to remember that the people who raised you, and this is for everyone, the people who raised you did not know everything as well. That's why you don't. Everyone is seeking just like you are, just like I am. There is a purpose, there is a reason, there is a mission, there is a calling. You are magic, and you need to validate that within by loving yourself. It can't come from anywhere else. So that at the end of your life, on top of a mountain, if that's where you're fortunate enough to go, you can hang your head knowing that you loved yourself, and that you lived every day being as happy as you wanted to be. You are so worthy of the love that you possess to give other people, but it doesn't count if you are not giving it to yourself. Oh, you guys, come on. It's common sense. I know it's not, but it is. We all know it, right? But yet we stay in situations, we stay in work situations, we stay in relationships, we stay in patterns. We stay in these patterns that we aren't changing because we are worried about what someone else is going to say to us. We're worried about the way other people will look at us. F those other people. They don't exist. You exist. You go home with yourself. You wake up with yourself. Your love is all that matters. Self-love is the most important relationship that you can have with yourself, and that's the one that you need to maintain. It's the one you need to acknowledge. It's the one that you need to cultivate. It's the one that you need to expand on in order for anything else to thrive in your life. If you don't like you, who else is supposed to give you that respect? If you don't have boundaries, if you don't have standards, if you're not putting in 100% of a whole person in yourself every single day, how do you expect someone to do that for you as well? You can't have one half person in a relationship with a whole person. It won't work. And that comes down to narcissistics and codependence. And here's the thing. Every time I talk about this subject, my throat gets all blocked because I was in one of those relationships. Codependents are manipulative in the fact that they manipulate situations to serve the other person. Narcissists are manipulators in the fact that they serve to manipulate situations to benefit themselves. I don't care which one you are, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, we're all manipulating situations to serve us, but It doesn't matter for anything if we don't love who we are. You can't get better if you don't start focusing on what the issue is. And yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, you're the issue. You're the issue because you're not loving yourself. Yourself is hurting. You're in pain, and it's saying, wake up, hold me, tell me I'm here for you. Get up right now. Stop what you're doing. Put your arms around yourself and tell yourself, I am here for you. And then you'll start to believe it. My wish is that you will believe it. My wish is that you will feel love for yourself. So that way you can go out into the world and not say, things would be better if I wasn't here, or maybe I shouldn't, be this way. No, you are exactly who you are supposed to be. Who cares if that sparkle outshines someone else? If anything, it will light up an avenue, a path, a freaking universe, and other people will flock to that light. Self-authentication is the most important thing. Your authenticity is vital. It's paramount in anything that you do. If you are not your authentic you are going to be self-sabotaging yourself, and what a waste of life that would be. Go from this idea, this 8-year-old boy who's I'm happy no matter if things are fun or boring, I'm happy because I like myself, to the 75-year-old man who died at the top of a mountain doing what he loved. I want to tell you that you matter. But these videos, this one-on-one that we have, it doesn't count if you don't believe it. I need you. I need you to believe it. I need you to believe it in the way that you believe in your heart, in the way that you believe it, and you know that it's going to beat for you throughout the night, and you wake up and then start showing gratitude for every single moment of your life, from the moment you breathe, your heart beating for you, for the moments that make you feel good. I want you to start thinking and having gratitude for the footsteps that you take with intention and purpose, because they serve you on your next step throughout your journey. Self-love is the most important gift you can give yourself. No one's going to teach you how to do it. You got to teach you how to do it, so that way you can teach other people that come into your life how to love you. So that way you can show up with a set of standards to say, you know what? The love that you have for me, it's not reflecting how I love me, so I know that this isn't good for me. I'm out. Right? Say yes to the things that make you feel good. Spit out things that don't make you feel good. Spit it out and stop going back to that fountain. Insanity is what? Doing the same things over and over, thinking that it's going to be a different result, a different ending. No, that's not true. No, stop doing the things over and over again, because it's not making you. I know what it's like to think that you want out. And I'm telling you, that doesn't serve anyone. And it definitely doesn't serve you. But more importantly, it doesn't serve this world, because you are here for a reason. You are here to exist for a reason, to inspire people by being authentically you. And it doesn't matter if the relationship you're in doesn't work out, because you choose you over that relationship. And just so you know, emotional and verbal abuse is just as bad as physical abuse. So I don't want anyone to tell you differently. If someone's putting you down, period, if it doesn't make you feel good, if it's not serving you, walk away from that. Self-love is the most important love that you can have in this entire lifetime, because how can you benefit anyone else if you don't love yourself? You have what it takes to be amazing. You are here for a reason. What is this place? What are we doing here if it's not to inspire other people with our stories, with our pain? Choose to not sit in the suffering anymore. Suffering is a choice. It's optional. Pain is inevitable. You're going to get pain, but have the gratitude to say thank you for this lesson. I know what I won't ever do again. I know what I won't accept ever again. Stop beating yourself up. Stop thinking that you owe it to others to be any different other than being authentically true to you, because that's where the pivotal moment begins. It's within you, and once you know that, once you show up for yourself, and once you say, I'm here for me, and you hug yourself every moment that you don't feel whole. You will start to love yourself into a whole person. You will start to be that whole person, so that way when you do go out into the world and when you are ready to be in a relationship, or just even to be happy all the time, you'll know that you're doing it for the right reasons and not because you owe anyone anything or because they said you needed to be some certain way. There is no time better than right now. Start loving yourself. Start promoting your own self-love. And watch how it transforms every single moment that you have. Because I promise you, when you start showing up for you, you get this glow around you. You get this sparkle around you, and people want to be near it. They want to know how you did it. And I know you have the courage inside of you. Courage doesn't skip a generation like they say in the movies. It's within all of us. Courage skips a generation was a lie that was told to us to think that maybe some people have it and some people don't. But here's the thing. People that think that they don't have courage just didn't manifest it within themselves because they didn't love themselves fully to own their own power. Don't be scared of your power. Own it. Step into it. Love yourself. Let's promote this. Take a picture of yourself. Say, I'm with me. Hashtag it at me, Lauren Elizabeth Hubbard on Instagram, and let's promote self-love. Let's promote healthy relationships with ourselves. Let's stop asking ourselves questions and answering them with things that continue to put us down. Stop manipulating people, whether you're a codependent or a narcissist. Stop manipulating situations to serve others or to not serve yourself. You deserve to be here. You are here for a reason, and I beg you, I get on my knees and I beg you. I've been there. I've been where you're at. And you can get out of this. I know because I did it. You don't need to know my story. You don't need to know what happened. You just need to know that it is possible. And how did I do it? Because I got up every day and I held that little girl that was never healed, who never felt validated, who didn't get enough attention, or as much as she thought that she deserved. And I tell her, I'm here for you. No one's ever gonna hurt you. I see you and I love you. And now, instead of attacking situations and getting sad in the middle of an event where there's people around because of whatever low self-esteem issues I had before, now she shows up in attendance with me and tugs at my shirt and says, wow, this is so cool, thanks for bringing me. And I say, no, thanks for showing up and being happy. Because this is all I ever wanted for you from the beginning, is for you to be happy. Stop blaming your parents for how they raised you or whatever dysfunctional home you think you were brought up in, because I promise you someone out there has had it worse than you and they're doing better than you because they believe in themselves. Love yourself. Self-love is a movement and we're going to start it. It's already began. So join me. Let's do this. Snap a photo. Find me on Instagram. Tag me. Tell me about your self-love movement. Tell me that you are with yourself and why. Because the biggest disservice you can do to yourself is not love yourself. You have to be a whole person. And I believe in you. And I'm here for you. You can message me on this, on YouTube. You can message me on Instagram. You can message me on Facebook. Let's get through your story, because you're worth it. I'm here for you. Someone was there for me, and I'll be here for you. You got this. You have power. You have purpose. You are magic. All right, let's start it. Self-love movement. Get the hashtags going. Take your best selfie. I know you guys all have different which ways that it goes, right? You have your best angle. But only post it and promote it if you believe it. You gotta believe it, or it doesn't count. Light and love, and always gratitude.